live on this other screen. We'll
Right.
start. You look so beautiful.
Thank you. You
The
too.
red and okay. Okay, we're live.
Good. Hello, life.
Yes, welcome everybody. Yeah, welcome everybody to Techies 15 Live by Immigrant Techies Network. This is our weekly water cooler moment for you to come around and just catch up with what's going on in the ecosystem, meet cool people, get a feel for what people are building, what they're working on. And it's just our way of keeping the pulse alive around the tech ecosystem here in Alberta and across Canada, actually. So today, our cool person is Shiva Suri. Welcome, Shiva.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited about this organic chat. And we had chat before and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So there's an evidence that I'm gonna have lots of fun. I love having conversation with people. Uh,
Right.
and thank you for having me.
Yeah, totally, totally. Um, yeah, I loved our chat at Inventures and it was organic. We could have recorded all the things we talked about already
Yeah.
on this. Yeah. Let's open with this. So tell us about yourself, but first of all, about something we can't find on LinkedIn. Start with something about you that we can't find on LinkedIn, and then tell us a little bit about yourself and your career journey.
Yeah, sure. So I'm an immigrant. That's why I'm here in your show. I
Yeah.
came to Canada March 2021, right out of COVID, and to pursue my degree at business school at UFR. And
You're
then
far? Is that Regina?
University of Regina. Yeah,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah. And like my journey was a little bit interesting. The decision I made, the night I made the decision to emigrate, and the reason behind that, who was the trigger, and who initiated like this story. It is a little bit interesting. But anyway, I came to Canada March 2021, and what you can't find about me on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Um, as a person, everybody like knows me and I know myself as like energetic. I love communication. I love people. I love chatting with people and having conversation with people. And I'm really obsessed with people's stories. And
Awesome.
like during my free time, you can usually find me climbing on something, hiking, hiking. And I
Right.
love hiking and also like gathering with my friends and again chatting with different people to learn about their stories.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that peek into the awesomeness of Shiva. So, tell us a bit about what your journey, your career journey has been since you got to Canada, or even with a little background from before you got here.
Yeah, sure. So like back I'm from Iran. I'm Persian and when I was there, I got my BA in English language and literature. And just because like I knew English. I got hired in an international company to just
Mm.
conduct an interview in English. No background in HR, doesn't have any idea if we even had such a program or something. So I was working in that company as like the recruiter, recruiter, and also like doing the commercial correspondence. And from there, like as I mentioned, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
really people person. I care about people like naturally. It's my natural call. I do it even if it's my job or not, I do it. So, like I've been like proactively doing something regarding the employee experience without even knowing
Mm-hmm.
that this is something there. So, my CEO at the time was like, "Why you don't emigrate? You know English? Don't go and pursue
Hmm.
in human resource management. I was like, what is human resource management? Do we manage people or like human resources? And I just like came back home. I was just like doing some exploration to see, okay, what is going to be the path moving forward?
Mm.
So too many tabs open and just exploring. Wait,
Don't I
like
know that? I'm
exactly.
looking
Like,
at my tabs right now. I can't even tell you.
and this is literally happening in my brain most of the time also.
Mm.
So I've been looking like to find a way to immigrate. So I came to Canada. I pursue my degree in human resource management. And in my career journey starts with in Iran, also like I was in the project management part. And once I
I
got
see.
awarded and the youngest project manager of the year, that was an award there. So the first job I got here in Canada was at Computer Data Science Lab. I was the software project coordinator or slash research coordinator. So probably that was like the first, not exactly first, because I know I worked with the startups before, but like the first
Mm-hmm.
touch point with the startups and tech in Canada ecosystem to navigating the business nuance and like the whole ecosystem here for startups. So I started also like in a parallel way working with startups, incubators, accelerators, working with a couple of like immigration law firm that have been helping immigrants to come to
Mm.
Canada under a startup visa program. So helping them to develop their business plan, identify their market research, and also like come to a right problem to solve. Then they can get the admission from incubators and apply for permanent residency and come to Canada.
Was that through? I'm looking at your profile and very similar to mine. You have like 5 different current jobs. So so this one you're describing, was that at Polymath
So
Global?
Polymath Global, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, like then I was at University of Regina Student Union as a special project advisor. I've been working with
Mm-hmm.
them, meeting amazing people, and then working again in another project management company, Midgard Project Management, working at the same time both on the construction project as well as organizational development and capacity building
Mm-hmm.
project.
So
Uh,
because of that time, I want to get to this cool part of you.
sure, sure.
Um, coming to being a serial entrepreneur, I see you're always starting something. So founder at Rambody and CEO and founder at Lenovate Solutions. So what is the prompt for you? What makes you want to found something?
Okay. So if you go through like one of my strengths is
Mm-hmm.
like wondering based on like even working genius reports.
Yeah.
My first strength is wondering. I'm always the one who is asking why. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why not do this? Why? And challenging the status quo. And as I mentioned, I've been involving with lots of startups to be like their coach and like their mentors globally. Couple of them, including Rambuddy and also Talentiki, if you find it there. Like
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the contract, they extend the offer to be their co-founder. So
Ah.
exact. I'm good at wandering and challenging the status quo. And with my ability to like another strength of mine is discernment. I can like easily identify like what is work or what it doesn't. And it comes from
Mm-hmm.
like all the other backgrounds, like input, wondering, questioning, reading, researching, and all this stuff. So it makes me to act as like be the co-founder or the let's say I can't call myself like serial entrepreneur, but let's say serial co-founder
Mm-hmm.
with
Serial solution builder.
actually problem finder.
Ah, problem finder. I
Yeah,
like it.
to just like be in their journey, have that privilege to be in their journey.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because I'm the one who's always wondering and questioning and
Yeah.
the
And I
state.
think one underrated superpower is your ability to enter a room I
Mm-hmm.
just soak things in without an agenda.
True.
So for me, that's something that I do so well when I engage in any experience. I don't necessarily go in thinking, oh, I'm looking for people in this field, networking in that area. A lot of times I just want to feel the room, feel what people are doing, let it soak in. And it's not until maybe 2 weeks later in the shower that things start connecting, right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
love the wandering that you mentioned, just a lover of experiences for their own sake,
exactly. Exactly.
right?
And I'm famous for like making anything, like add a good experience to almost anything. If you're a guest in my home, or if you're my mentee, or if you're my colleague, or
Mm,
if you're just in a hike, I'm famous for that. I can make a good experience for like that people. And that was exactly where Learnovate, like the company that I founded, just
Tell us a little more about Learnovate.
yeah, sure. So as an immigrant, as a person to have that open lots of tab to find his way, and when you like open a room like everybody is an expert and tell anything, all their things are right, all the solutions are true, but they're not my solution.
Mm-hmm.
They're their solution, not mine, because they don't even take a time to understand my problem. Even I don't probably take a time to understand what problem I'm solving. So I've been like doing lots of research, and like as a person that I can identify myself with a higher level of like emotional intelligence, I have that empathy when I'm talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working with lots of startups. Once initially, I've been thinking their problem is that they can secure a grant. Then I've been thinking their problem is that they don't have money to hire people to build their product. Another time I've been thinking probably they can't build, they don't have tech skills to build. But after lots of research and involving in conversation with people that
Mm-hmm.
have been in the same journey, I understood that the number one problem for them is fear of failure.
Mm.
They scared to start. They scared what if it goes wrong? What if I can't do it? What if nobody wants to like
What
collaborate?
if what if people call my baby ugly?
Exactly. What if people call my baby uglies? Okay.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
like, I come to this that, and I went to do like also some research about the data out there, and I see it's real. Like Canada really is amongst like ranked first amongst the G7 countries that have the fear of failure to start a business.
Mm.
And at the other hand, I come to this statistic and data that 90% of startup fails, and 34 or 30% something of them fails because of lack of product market problem market fit. So they
Mm-hmm.
started to
Mm-hmm.
building it right rather than build the right things, build the right it.
So how do you help founders?
By listening, by listening with empathy,
So is your
without
service,
bias.
is it more like consulting or coaching for founders? Like what exactly does it look like if somebody wanted to take advantage of what you offer? What would that look like?
Like the platform itself or with me?
No, I just mean like what is the what is the solution? So when you said it's more of helping them clarify, right?
Yeah,
Providing clarity and
yeah,
next steps,
exactly.
navigation, that kind of thing. Okay.
So, because I believe when you jump into entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship first is about mindset rather than skills, rather than tools. Okay. You need a
Mm-hmm.
couple of mindset to be there as an entrepreneur. One of them is resiliency. We really need that. But some people mistakenly think that we just born with resiliency. It comes from like our childhood adversity. But no, resiliency can be made. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the tools that can build up resiliency through this journey is clarity. Clarity is another form of resiliency. When you cut off the noises, when you are clear about the path forward, when the
Mm-hmm.
like you convert fear into a funnel to just move forward, you are building resiliency. So my solution has the root in something that help entrepreneurs, help the first time startup founders to, and this is our also like tagline, this is our slogan, that they go beyond fear and
Mm-hmm.
build what's real and build what lasts.
Awesome.
Because you can always build it. We have lots of technology these days. We have lots of amazing talents that if you are clear about what you're building, they can build it for you. But if you're not clear what you're building as a founder, if the fear
They'll
just,
build something.
yeah, exactly.
They'll build something for you.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like rushed to build it something. Of course they can
Mm-hmm.
build it. But like how? And if you are building the right thing. So in Learnovate, I tried, actually, I shouldn't say it just like initiate with me. We are trying to
Mm-hmm.
build something from empathy, not from ego. Like something that, like,
Mm.
because usually founders fell in love with their ego and they're like, no, this is the right things I'm going to build. I'm going to build it because I have experience. I have 15 years of experience. So I'm going to build it. So, but we did it. We listened to every founders that were around us and have a like
Mm.
really organic conversation like this because we can explore even ourselves through questions,
Mm-hmm.
conversations. So this is the way that it also happened at Learnovate Solution. We ask the right question. We don't provide the solution. Yeah, we provide the roadmap. It is clear, it's gamification. And we know that one of the characteristics of gamification is that you laugh when you fail. So failure is not a big deal. So they started to
That's cool.
initiate
I
this
like that.
mindset, but also they do have the very clear, not noisy, instead of lots of tabs away.
Mm-hmm.
What is within those steps is going to build with themselves. And only things we do, asking the right question. That's it. To
Yeah.
involve them in a conversation and they figure out their own solution and their own answers because I
Mm-hmm.
don't have it. I don't have their answers. So yeah, that's a philosophy
Well, I
behind
told you 15 minutes will go by so fast. And so any last thoughts? So if you're talking to a newcomer like yourself, say somebody that's just coming in, what did you wish, what advice did you wish you got when you got here in 2021?
failure is part of your journey. Don't give
Mm.
up when you fail because it's just you just name it failure. Sometimes it's a pivot. It's a simple pivot. It's not even a failure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Shiva. We try to keep it short because this is people's lunch
Sure,
hour. They're probably munching away while they watch this. And
sure.
yeah. So if people want to stay in touch with you, is LinkedIn the best way?
LinkedIn is the best, my
Mm-hmm.
favorite social media and the best way that reach out to me.
Awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Shiva. Thank you for coming. Thanks everybody for joining us. See you next Tuesday for another episode of Techies Live. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Nice to see you. Bye.
Nice to see you, Shiva.